Hello everybody, welcome back to Zero Tolerance TV, ZT here, and very pleased to be here. Feels good to be casting again. I don't know, I missed it. Yeah. I always say that after this only happened a few times. And I guess a lot of this channel is just me talking to myself out loud, and other people having the opportunity to listen while I fill time in between these games. But I always feel like right when I start again, I'm really excited to cast. And then I'll cast for the day, and maybe I'll do another cast. But then when I run out of videos, I just don't feel like it. And I don't know why. That's one of those things. Maybe it's not even that I don't feel like it. I don't have that drive to do it when I see that. And then at some point I'll realize, yo, I haven't casted for like a month. What the hell? Why not? And then I'll do it, and it's like, this is really fun again. It's such a confusing thing. Anyway, now that I've filled enough time, Game 5 is starting here, so the winner of this will be the third place in this season here. Neither of these players able to defeat, I think it's Kingdom and Nalra in the finals. I think it's a PvP. Which, not the best. Definitely prefer non-mirror finals, but it is what it is. I think PvP is more entertaining than Zerg mirror, at least. Not that I've been, not that I've hid that at all. That opinion of mine. I think Zerg mirror has been a topic of discussion before. Okay, looks like this is going to be some sort of wall off here for reach. It's kind of a toss-up whether Protoss is well on this map. From what I've seen, like a lot of Protosses seem to kind of greed it out and not bother. So Junwi should know where reach is just based off the direction that probe came from. There's really no other position that would make very much sense. It's way too early for it to have just run all the way across the map in the other direction. And his overlord's actually scouting that way already anyway, so it didn't actually end up mattering that he saw the probe, since that's where the drone was going to scout first anyway. But he did know earlier, just so everybody knows. If it hadn't been his plan to scout west first, he would have changed it to that, so there you go. And now change the direction on that Overlord 2. Not really something I thought of, but yeah, that makes total sense. You should definitely move it somewhere else. Not a Zerg player. I did play, so in StarCraft 2, in Wings of Liberty, you couldn't play, I don't even think there was like a casual queue that you could play in. It's like you played your main account. Maybe I'm wrong. But I remember being frustrated that I couldn't have different MMRs for my Zerg and Terran. So I bought 2 extra accounts, and I just made accounts for those races. So I did play some Zerg. I used to play a lot more StarCraft than I do now. And I actually don't even play StarCraft 2 anymore. It feels so weird to have played Brood War. Like I don't know, it's weird. You start playing Brood War when you're a kid, because that's when it comes out. And when StarCraft 2 came out, I was like 19 or something. I played it a ton. Like, I played a lot of StarCraft 2. I got to Masters, so like enough to do that. So it just feels weird to think about it that way. It's like, I've been playing Brood War for that long. StarCraft 2 comes out. I play a ton of it. You know, I get into Masters, which is like not crazy or anything, but it means you've actually put some time into the game for sure. And now I've just basically completely stopped playing StarCraft 2, but continue to play Brood War. This game, man, it's so good. But yeah, it's also, I mean, like, that fact is part of what got me to start the channel. I thought it was weird that because I didn't watch esports very much in Brood War before StarCraft 2, but when StarCraft 2 started having like MLG tournaments and stuff with like Huck and Kiwikaki was such a fun Protoss to watch. I got more interested in it, and it's like there was this huge backlog of Brood War games that had been played, but I'd just never seen. I thought, well, okay, I want to watch these, but what am I just gonna watch them in my room alone? No, I might as well make something with it, and that's how this channel started. So I guess that's really what it is. Like, I cast when I feel like watching old Brood War games, and I guess maybe I should just try to be a little more consistent about it, because yeah, I do enjoy it. Anyway, so natural here, finishing up. Really gotta say, oh, that's interesting. So Junwi's taken, I think this is probably to defend against drops and stuff like that, but because of the spawn locations, he's actually expanding north before taking the base that would really be considered the natural on this map. And I don't actually think he's going to take that one for a little while, because, I mean, look how close it is to his opponent's natural. Like, Reach hardly even needs a shuttle. I mean, you need the shuttle to get over the wall, but like all he'd need to do is get over that one wall, and he can go from his own natural to Junwi's natural. So it's just a really vulnerable spot to put a base. I think eventually you obviously do have to take that base, but you probably want to take it when you can sort of spare the drone, or really the larva count, to put the static defense there. Hope you guys like my Justin Trudeau. If you ever listen to him talk, you'll know what I mean. Okay, so second gas finishing up here for Reach soon. So he's going to be in the 2-gas economy, which is really where he wants to be. Stargate about to finish as well. So it looks like he's going to be going into a pretty standard Protoss sort of composition here. Going to get at least, I mean, I think the minimum Corsairs you make is 1. You could just make 1 Corsair. That's how I actually play a lot, is I make 2 Corsairs, actually. But if you're not as good with that multitasking, you can definitely cut on Corsairs a little bit and just use them for scouting. But Junwi here has some ulterior opinions about how this game should be going, and is actually making 5 Lurkers underneath an Overlord right now. So I think we might see some Lurker drop at some point. Now, this could be, I mean, this could just end the series, no doubt. Junwi could just win with this right now. And I think if he does, Reach has really no one to blame but himself because of that last game. Just not quite being able to finish Junwi off when he really was just super ahead. He's scouted the Hydrogen now, so he knows something interesting is going on. Sees that drone count is pretty normal, really, for Zerg. Not super low, but usually a Zerg would be trying to get a 3rd base by now. It looks like Junwi's actually going to go at the front here, running his Lurkers up. He burrows them. I think these cannons might be the only detection. This game is possibly just over right now. All these buildings here are going to die. 2 Lurkers running up. Oh, Reach did not know about this coming in time. Does he have any sort of detection on the way here? I mean, even if he does, it's going to be really tough. Junwi has total control over this opening. He's going to kill all these buildings, all this tech, and then he can choose wherever Reach didn't put his army, he can go kill that other base too. Yeah, and Reach sees it. This game's over. We have seen the 3rd place winner, Junwi. Yeah, it's tough for Reach, I think, here, because he really does, overall, I think, not deserve it, because he's going to lose right now. But I think he did play better in a lot of these situations. That last game, he really owned Junwi, but was just kind of lazy on finishing the game. So now that put him into this position, I shouldn't say lazy, he just wasn't quite able to finish off Junwi, even though he really should have been able to. He was in a position where there's just no reason he shouldn't have been able to win the game. We're actually not quite done here yet, so I shouldn't talk like it's totally over, I suppose. There is still detection here, and a Lurker gets picked off. Can he get the other one? No, not close. It was so close. He almost killed that Lurker before it was able to burrow, but now with more links coming in, These cannons are being killed off. The probe line is now in danger as well. These Zerglings are able to attack these probes. And I think Junwi's just going to take this one down with, frankly, a complete cheese. Like, let's not disguise what this was. Junwi loses this game if there is 2 lines of cannons at that wall, but there wasn't, so he wins the game. Just being real about that. Pretty close. I think Reach was almost able to scout out the lurkers in time, but I think he didn't see them with the Corsairs as it flew over to his opponent's base. And by the time he saw the Hydra Den, I think it was just kind of too late. You needed to have already started the cannons. But well played there by Junwi. You know, being able to pull out a cheese like that at the drop of a hat and just do something that, you know, is pretty coin flippy. You got to be able to do that as a pro. And Junwi was willing to do it, and he executed. So he's going to get 3rd place in this tournament. GG to both of them. Nice little feather in your cap to beat Reach for sure. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this series, and I hope you tune in for the finals, which will start tomorrow. Have a good one.